God says that someone you know is disregarding you just because they're concealing a. Now that the secret is out, have you ever felt the pain of someone ignoring you? You believed you could trust. You might have observed a change in how they handle you, or perhaps they've withdrew. Entirely, it seems terrible and perplexing, and occasionally even intolerable. Today, God is speaking to you regarding this circumstance, and He is disclosing anything you must know about someone you recognize that someone you love is disregarding. Not because they don't give a damn, because due to the fact that they are hiding things they're having trouble with, they haven't disclosed, and it's putting up a wall between. This message is God's method of bringing attention to this problem, providing you with wisdom and understanding to work with grace through this problem. Faith opens your head and your heart while reading these words, as God is addressing directly. This isn't a coincidence. God wants for you to hear this message to help you deal with this circumstance in a manner that respects Him and keeps you safe and provides relief when it is required. Why is this guy ignoring God's alert? You and a familiar person starts to disregard you. It might have a profound effect, personal, but God desires for you to comprehend the more profound causes of their behavior. There's more to the narrative than that. Satisfies the. Here are a few explanations on why this individual might be disregarding you as God's. First of all, they are concealing a hidden. The main reason why God is letting you know that this individual has a secret that they're scared to discuss it. It could be fear, shame, guilt, or uncertainty, but whatever it is, making them retreat from this secret might be something regarding something that they've accomplished, did not do, or perhaps something they're internally struggling. In Proverbs, the Bible states in 28:13 that whomever hides their transgressions don't lead to success, but the one whoever confesses and repudiates them discovers mercy. This individual can be stuck in their own shame and anxiety, uncertain of how to bring. They conceal themselves in the light. Their quiet has nothing to do with you. It concerns their personal internal conflict. 2. They're afraid of you. Yet, occasionally people disregard those they adore because they're afraid of being rejected or assessment. They may believe that if they tell you their secret, it will alter your perspective. The worry they're struggling with is losing your faith or being misinterpreted. And reverence. God desires for you to understand that their actions are a result of their personal fears that aren't caused by a lack of concern or affection for. Now is the time to offer up prayers for them and pray to God for the strength to be truthful with yourself and with themselves. 3. They are keeping you pain-free. Sometimes a person may remove himself from themselves since they think a secret will cause pain. They may believe that by remaining silently, they're protecting you from suffering or disappointment, but this quiet frequently leads to more misunderstanding and heartbreak. John reminds us of God's message. 8:32, you'll be aware of the reality, and you will be freed by the truth. Truth and light are attributes of God, and He wants integrity in relationships, regardless of this individual's plans. He's phoning them and you into His true light. How God would like you to reply now that you comprehend the reasons why this individual might be disregarding you. It's crucial to take into how God desires your reaction. This circumstance goes beyond the behavior of the person. It's also about your heart, your belief, and your participation in the divine direction. Before taking action, one should pray for discernment. Any action is directed toward God in. Ask Him for insight in prayer. Recognize the reality of this circumstance. Ask for clarification, wisdom, and the capacity to look past the Holy Spirit is your guide on the surface and therapist, and he will disclose what you must be aware of. We are reminded in James 1 verse 5, if you're not wise, you should inquire. God who graciously provides for everyone without identifying errors, and it will be provided to. You have faith that God will supply you must have the wisdom to traverse this circumstance. 2. A gracious and loving approach when it's time to deal with this problem. Take action with affection and avoid grace, charges, rage, or judgment rather than establish a secure environment where this individual is at ease, opening up and show them how much you value them and that you're prepared to hear. In Ephesians, without condemnation, Paul urges us in 4:15 to proclaim the truth in, adore what you say and do, represent the love that Christ has shown, forgiveness and comprehension even, before you are aware of the entire narrative. 3. Keep your heart safe as God calls. He also calls us to love and forgive, to safeguard our hearts if this individual's secret entails treachery, dishonesty, or injury. You have to ask God for wisdom on how to. Proceeding with forgiveness does not imply permitting mistreatment of yourself or exploited. The Proverbs 4:23 cautions above all, protect your heart is the source of everything you do. Ask God to help you maintain equilibrium, grace as well as limits as you work through this connection. 4. Have patience and believe in God's timing. This individual can require time to work through their personal hardships previously. They are prepared to open, be patient, and have faith in God's timing. Keep in mind that He is at work behind the scenes in ways that are invisible to you. Galatians 6 verse 9 exhorts us to refrain from become tired of doing good, for at the right time we will harvest if we don't give. Continue to pray, stay kind, and having faith that God will reveal the truth to the right light. God's promise that light would triumph over time. Darkness, there is excellent news. God's truth at all times triumphs regardless of this person's secret. Perhaps the light of God will shine into the darkness and bring about repair and healing. And He is not a God of ambiguity or confidentiality, but of peace and truth. In the 1 Corinthians, Paul states in 4:5 that He will reveal what lies under the shadow's nest and will reveal the intentions of the heart. God is already at work in order to make the truth and to mend the harm that has been done. By this scenario, have faith that His plan is flawless and that He will lead you as well as somebody engaged with His divine spread a message of healing and hope. This circumstance may seem burdensome, however. Recall this. God's warning is not a sign of hopelessness. It conveys a message of, I hope He is alerting you to this problem. Attention, since He desires and loves you. Ideal for. Additionally, He is working in the center of the individual ignoring your drawing people nearer to the truth and to Him. Redemption is always part of God's plan. Recovery and repair, regardless of how challenging this circumstance is, may appear to believe that He is working tirelessly. Gatherings for your good. Romans. At 8:28, what occurs? Your call to action after that. Now that you've got this message, here are a few doable actions. You can offer your prayers for this person every day. Offer them up in prayer. To heal, ask God to disclose the truth, their hearts, and to provide them with the bravery. Honestly, think about your own heart. Take this opportunity to assess your personal heart. Pray to God to show you any places where you require development, forgiveness, or healing. Be patient, wait for God's timing, and have faith in God to lead you when it's time to deal with this issue. Walk in truth and love when a chance presents itself. Approach this individual. Grace with love and a dedication to sincerity. Always trust God's plan. Occurs, have faith that God is in control. He's trying to bring out the best of this. Circumstances and his intentions for you are constantly in your favor. To sum up, your basis is the love of God, the divine. Alert is an indication of his intense affection and take care of. He sees things that you cannot, and he is leading you to the truth, healing as well as restoring the one who is neglecting. God is at work while you struggle, even their heart. Now, have faith in him to illuminate the darkness and to guide you both into a more promising future. This is not a by chance. This is the divine intervention in your life. Hear his voice and follow his direction and rest in his unwavering love. The truth will emerge and the peace of God will rule within your heart.